Hey, what's up guys? It's Ray Just bringing you another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Today I'm going to be playing some domination here on Dome using the ACR. But the reason I'm making this video is I made a video not too long ago talking about the weapons I like to use. I went through each category of weapons and pointed out the ones that I thought really stood out and the ones that I specifically like to use. And I've gotten a lot of questions in all my videos to ask me to talk about what perk setups I like, what tactical grenades and lethal grenades I like to use. So I figured I'd go over that real quick. When it comes to the perks, I'll just go through it per each slot. Obviously the first slot is going to be the blue perks, which is Recon, Sleight of Hand, Blind Eye, Extreme Conditioning, and Scavenger. Out of these, the only ones I ever really use are going to be Sleight of Hand, Extreme Conditioning, and Scavenger. And Sleight of Hand's kind of be my every class setup. Almost every single class I run, probably about 90% of the time, is going to have Sleight of Hand on it. And a lot of this has to do with my playstyle specifically. If you watch me play, unless I get a double kill, I generally reload after every kill. If you look at the accolades on my gamer tag, I think in more than half the games I've played, I have most reloads. I'm not saying it's a good thing, it's just a habit I've developed. And I try not to reload too much, but Sleight of Hand, that's why I run it, it kind of compensates for this issue I have with my playstyle. And I also like the pro ability, which is you swap weapons 50% faster. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I switch to my secondary a lot, and I also pick up a lot of random weapons. So it's very, very nice to have that the pro part of Sleight of Hand. The only time I use Extreme Conditioning is going to be if I'm running a shotgun or an SMG class where I want to really get up in their face. This is going to be mostly shotgun classes because even on SMGs I tend to prefer Sleight of Hand. But with shotguns, they generally take so long to reload. Anyway, you generally take yourself completely out of combat to reload. So it's not as big a deal, I don't think. And Scavenger specifically, I only run with Specialist classes, and this is something I just started doing recently. And what it is I start with Scavenger Pro, and obviously this won't work until you have Scavenger Pro. And but if you're running Specialist, you start with Scavenger Pro, so you start with that double ammo basically, and then you set your first unlock as Sleight of Hand. And then I always run hardline on my specialist classes, so as soon as you get that first kill, you have Sleight of Hand, and that first reload is, a Sleight of Hand reload. So it's very rare that you don't have a slow reload, but you still get the benefit of starting with the double ammo. And with Scavenger, you don't even really need the Scavenger part once you have Scavenger Pro. With the double ammo, a lot of times you can get to a Moab before you'll run out of ammo in your primary and secondary. When it comes to Recon, I'm just not a huge fan of Recon. It's pretty good once you get to Recon Pro, which is bullet damage. Also puts people on the map, and this is the only real counter in the game to Assassin. And then Blind Eye, I've never run Blind Eye. The only time I've ever had Blind Eye on is when I have all Specialist perks unlocked. So that has to do with the fact that I play with the team and there's not a whole lot of enemy air support up a lot of the time. And I'm, in general, just not that worried about it. I feel like I die a lot more from reloading without Sleight of Hand than I would from not running Blind Eye. And then the perk 2, the red perks, this one's the hardest to me because you have so many good perks here. The big three, to me, are going to be Quick Draw, Hardline, and Assassin. The other two ones that I'm not really ever going to run are Overkill, which I can honestly say I've never put on any of my classes. And a lot of that is because in this game, the secondaries are so powerful, there's not really a reason to run two primaries. If we were talking about like Black Ops, where the only choices for secondaries was a pistol and a launcher, I probably would have been a lot more tempted to run Overkill, just because the pistols weren't even good in Black Ops. You really had to pick up enemy weapons, and I probably would have ran Overkill in Black Ops if it was available. And Blast Shield, with how much they've nerfed grenades and explosives in this game, there's not much use, and sadly Blast Shield Pro is just not that good. So really the only time I run Blast Shield is, yet again, when it unlocks with my Specialist perks. In this game, I actually am running Blast Shield as my third Specialist unlock, which is not normal. Normally it'd be like Assassin or something like that, which I find much more useful. But the useful perks for the second perk slot are going to be Assassin, Hardline, and Quick Draw. And I almost always run Hardline, and that's just because the way I play, I like to get big kill streaks, and I like to, you know, have fun. And to me, Hardline's a lot more fun than the other two, and that's why I run it. But if you're in a more competitive game, if you're not just playing randoms, I would definitely recommend either Quick Draw or Assassin. Assassin is probably the most powerful perk in this game. Not only does it stop you from showing up on the UAV, but it also stops heartbeat sensors, it stops portable radars, which is really powerful because in Black Ops, you had to run Ghost and Hacker Pro to be able to stop UAVs and portable radar. So I think Assassin's actually more powerful to me because you can still always find people who are running Blind Eye. But and the pro part of Assassin is just super, super powerful. You're immune to counter UAVs, you're immune to EMPs, and not only that, you're immune to all of these things, and it completely makes 2 of the kill streaks worthless, and then it makes one of the perks completely useless, which is Marksman. Enemies won't see red crosshair when they're targeting you, and this completely takes Marksman out of the game, which actually is one of my favorite perks, and I'll get to that. So Assassin is just a very, very strong kill streak. I'm sure you're all very aware of that, but I honestly think Assassin is way overpowered in this game. But that brings me to the third tier of perks, which are going to be the green perks or the yellow perks, whatever they really are, I can't tell. But there you're going to have Marksman, Stalker, Sit Rep, Steady Aim, and Dead Silence. And these, there's a lot of good perks here, but I have to say Stalker is definitely the most powerful in my case. I think Stalker is probably the best perk in the game. Whenever I prestige and I have to play the classes that don't have Stalker on it, it drives me absolutely insane. If you don't know, if you can learn to strafe in this game, just side to side while you're shooting at people, and not only that, but it helps you learn to aim because not only can you adjust your gun, but you can move side to side, changing your, the angle of your shot. But it's gonna raise your kill death, I promise you. Stalker is an amazing perk in this game. I've told a couple of my friends, I'm like, seriously, run Stalker, strafe more, and your kill death will go up, and it always has. Probably my second favorite one out of this is going to be Marksman. It is countered by Assassin, which kind of sucks, and the pro ability is not very useful at all, but it's just a strong perk in general. I would recommend it for anyone who's running Specialist. This is normally my second or my third unlock. And then there's Sit Rep, which I don't find Sit Rep that useful because if you're running Stalker Pro, you kind of just walk by explosives anyway. So the whole benefit you get from Sit Rep is, you get that from the Stalker Pro ability as well. The pro part of Sit Rep is very good. If you have a headset or a surround sound system, it makes enemy footsteps louder, and it cancels out Dead Silence, which is really, really good if you're playing a more competitive type game. But I would still say Stalker's the better choice. Steady Aim, obviously, is great for shotguns and SMGs, but there's not much use to it. It's great, though, when you get the pro ability. The pro ability for Steady Aim is it allows you to aim down sight faster after sprinting, and this is just a cool extra little bonus you get when you unlock all the perks for your Specialist class. So I actually really like, I play with Steady Aim just to get the pro ability, so when I'm playing Specialist, I can have Quick Draw and Steady Aim Pro, so if you're sprinting, not only do you pull your gun up faster after sprinting, you pull your gun up faster in general, so you have like an almost instantaneous aim down sight, even if you're sprinting when you run into someone. And then there's Dead Silence, which I really only recommend this in more competitive play or if you're playing free-for-all. Besides that, there's not a whole lot of use for it. So in general, and just to kind of go over it again, what I really recommend running is going to be Sleight of Hand Pro, either Hardline or Assassin Pro. and then Stalker Pro as the 3 perks you run. If you're running Specialist, what I recommend is running Scavenger Pro with Sleight of Hand as your first unlock, then Hardline Pro and Stalker Pro, and then for your second and third unlock, I would run Marksman and Quick Draw. Though that would be my recommendation, at least, on your perk setup. But if you like this video, this has been Raid Jess. Please like the video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. And please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.